You know, this was supposed to be the streaming advertisement thing for the NASCAR Pit Stop Show. The episode that was supposed to pop up this week. But you know what? We're here. As long as we get this episode in, we're all good. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 13 of the NASCAR Pit Stop Show. And as always, Elijah Leonard with you, your host. And, yes, as a lot of you will probably already know, via Discord, I did finally get a job for the first time since, well, July, back in mid-September. But we're here. I finally got the job. My training schedule does not start until next week, so I've got some time to record, if I can actually say it, to record some content and do whatever it is, record whatever it is that I want to or need to, and then from there, we should be 100% good to go. I am closing up some tabs on just a little bit smoother, so close out Spotify. Okay, so yes, there will be times where the stream will buffer. There will be times where the stream will skip. I do understand that. I fully acknowledge that. I'm still trying to get the streams into the best condition that they can possibly ever be in, and I understand that is going to be a little bit difficult to do, seeing as how I don't have the best internet in the whole wide world. So, with that being said, I don't think I have a lot of other things to talk about, really, other than just as far as trying to get these shows done, trying to get things recorded and up on the days that I hope for other videos to go up. As I said, if you watched the Mario Kart 64 Let's Play that went up yesterday, you would know what I've said. And basically that is, I'm working 3 days a week under 20 hours, not 30, 20, and my bosses know that I do this, because I have told them that this is one of my dreams of podcasting and music and vlogging, and obviously I wanted to have a balance, and they understood that, and they were able to compromise that with me. So, huge thanks once again to everybody at Family Fare for allowing me to have some time to myself to tend to things like this, and we should be, hopefully, I'll be able to continue to do this. I'll be able to continue doing this. I can't even speak English because my brain's going a million miles an hour. If you've known me for long enough, you probably would know. But anyways, we've got Zachary Taylor, we've got Sean Ard, and we've also got Wyatt Walker.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Wyatt originally was supposed to be at the track, but things got canceled because of weather.
And unfortunately, I was supposed to work either today or Sunday, but another type of racing is going on Sunday that is not involved in my track, so even their scheduling got canceled, so
Well,
better luck next weekend, I guess.
how about that? Oh man, well, Sean right now is absent. He's been muted for the last minute or so, but that's how it be. But let's go ahead, let's get the party started by talking about Martinsville. The weekend, it played a little bit similar to Bristol Dirt, just as far as, and both races were nearly held on the same day, almost. Whereas, the truck race, they got that, I think they managed to get the truck race in, or they probably got it started on one day and continued it on another day. Or no, Xfinity, sorry. I'm thinking in the past. I'm thinking in the past. Sorry. I'm in the past. Listen, I'm in the past, where back in the day, Xfinity was not racing in Martinsville at the time. after 2006.
Back in my day.
It was just trucks and Cup, but no, I forgot that Xfinity was there. But no, Xfinity managed to start their race. They got it done the next day. Then Cup started their race. They didn't get that done until the next day. So,
actually, Elijah, both of those races had to finish on a Sunday.
I don't care, Sean. Don't correct me.
I want to bring this up, to be honest. You mentioned trucks and Cup usually do Martinsville. I just realized this is actually kind of ironic since we're going to Richmond, and I just see it's going to be Cup and trucks.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So I find that ironic.
Man, I'm out of it today. Man, I'm out of it. But you know what? I don't care.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
But yeah, so I might as well just go ahead and turn to you guys because I want to get your guys' opinions on the Martinsville racing from Xfinity and Cup. Not trucks, Xfinity and Cup. Aside from all the aside from the weather, aside from the rain delays, well, the delayed part of the races and whatnot, what do you guys think of the racing?
Well, Ben Rhodes is really good. Get his third wet. No, I'm kidding. I'm just fucking out. Nah. Okay. In all I'm sorry. I had to. I just couldn't resist. But anyways, in all seriousness, I did watch the first part of the Xfinity race before it got rained out, and the racing was actually pretty good. We had some drivers who we actually thought would do well. I'll say this: congrats to Josh Berry, the winner of it. I actually didn't think he was going to win that. Who I think that was you that picked him as a dark horse, Elijah.
Yes.
And you kind of called that one.
Yes, I called it, but without even realizing that I called it.
I kind of want to point this out as well. I know the number has won in the past, but I think it was for like a different.
It was for
team,
DEI. It was the first time in 15 years since the number 8 has gone to victory lane.
But it's the first time the number 8 has won that involves Dale Jr. besides him.
Yes,
think about that.
That is true.
The 8. This is the first ever win for the number 8 in junior motorsports, or the win for number 8. Since the Cup series back in, I don't know, what was the last 2007?
2006 again.
Oh, 2006. My bad. But just my point is, congrats to Junior and the number 8 getting another win. I think that's pretty cool. And the Cup series side, we had it's because of the dry tracks and all that. Some drivers surprised me. Was running up there. Some actually surprised me. I think top of the list for me, I think Blaney, Bell, and Larson actually surprised me kind of bit. I didn't think Bell was going to do good, and he ended up surprising me. So, For me, if I could say this, give the track all one word, I'd say surprise, because there's a lot of surprising drivers doing good on that stuff. So, I think it was pretty good.
Okay.
What do you think, Sean?
I thought besides everything that happened, it was a pretty good Martinsville weekend. I was able to watch the part of the Xfinity Series race that happened on Sunday, but I had to miss the whole entire Cup Series race because I was out on both occasions.
Yeah.
But besides that, I thought that was pretty good. Pretty good racing all around. Again, Josh Berry winning, that's impressive just to say that.
Mm-hmm.
For him to win in the Xfinity Series. But then also you got to say congratulations to Martin Truex Jr. for winning another Martinsville race.
3 in a row for the spring, if I'm correct.
2 in a row for spring.
Back in the spring.
You also want to add on is that we've had 7 different winners up until now. Truex breaks that. He breaks that streak.
Oh, yeah, true.
He broke that streak. We made it to race 8, and then
It's very similar to 2014 because you remember the last driver to be the 7th winner was Logano, and guess who managed to break that one at the time? Kevin Harvick.
Yep. But all in all, it was great. It was just typical Martinsville racing. We had a lot of good stuff just to look back on for Martinsville for this year.
Oh yeah.
You got anything to say?
Well, what racing we did get to witness, aside from all the weather delays and everything. Martinsville, I think, was pretty typical Martinsville racing, especially with the fight after the Xfinity race and them trying to have a WWE match in the Xfinity Series garage. Whatever they were trying to do, but
And Gray Golding hits the DDT.
But Martinsville, I think, was pretty good racing, pretty typical Martinsville, and we got to see a first-time winner too in the Xfinity Series with Josh Berry. So
Yeah.
that was pretty awesome for him to get his first Xfinity win.
I want to add on to like the WWE fighting stuff. I know that's a rare thing for me to say, but what about the whole thing between? I'm guessing they're teammates, the 15 and the 51.
Oh yeah, Rick Ware racing teammate.
That's right. Don't forget about them. And I remember like listening Radioactive. I think like they had a little discussion at the end of that race during the rain delay.
Oh boy.
So I want to add that in there too when he's mentioning that because I know those two had some words.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Man.
That's another point.
Oh man.
But hey, I mean that's typical Martinsville action. I mean, or any type of short track action. Yeah. You could even see it at a dirt track as well.
And also one more thing to add on to there. You mentioned the rain. You guys mentioned rain delays. This is the second week in a row at the short track, and it's a rain delay.
Well, hopefully we don't see that same thing again this weekend.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
we'll see.
Hopefully not, but hopefully third time is not a charm. So, with that...
not a charm.
Yeah. Third time better not be the charm. But let's go ahead. Let's give our grades on the Martinsville messed up weekend, weathered weekend, whatever you want to call it. And give our grades. So, with that being...
Wacky weather.
Well, yeah. Let's start off with Taylor. If you could give this weekend or racing at Martinsville, whatever you want to call it, so the reigning fiasco at Martinsville, if you could give that a grade from A to F, what would it be and why?
Well, Martinsville was crazy and adventurous. Typical short track tempers. So, I think I'm going to give it an A.
Really? An A?
Alright.
Alright. Sean?
Yeah, I'm going to say this. This is going to be a bounce back than what we had the week before. A couple weeks before, I'll say that. So, it was good racing on both sides with the Xfinity and Cup. So, I'm going to give it an A minus.
All right, Wyatt, what you got?
I'm kind of torn because like I do agree with what you guys said about the racing was awesome. We've had a couple of great winners and some unexpected surprises. The one letdown for me, and I think we can all agree on this, the rain.
Yep.
The rain was a big letdown. So I'm in between a B plus and an A minus. I'm in between there.
Okay.
And I wish there was I wish there was like an in between, but I think I'm going to be nice and agree with Sean, give it an A minus because like it did rain, but just the racing was good. And we had some surprise winners, so
You know, I'm gonna have to agree with that one because Martinsville honestly is one of the best short tracks to be on the schedule, and it's one of the oldest to ever be on the schedule as well. So when you throw in two things, things as far as winning, Josh Berry surprising everybody by getting and Martin Truex Jr. breaking the streak of 7 different winners. It actually does coil into just the fact that I mean, aside from all that, we have seen some really good racing. I know what I'm saying is not making a lot of sense, but I hope you get where I'm going. But the thing is that I would have to say overall, minus the rain delays, minus the postponements, whatnot, which that's out of NASCAR's control, most sometimes. I'm gonna give this an A minus. I'm gonna jump on the A minus bandwagon on this one. Alrighty.
nice.
So
Yeah.
we've got only one topic to really discuss.
You know what? I may add a topic.
His Cup Series debut at Talladega for Gaunt Brothers. Dex Imogen comes along with him. And Jennifer Jo Cobb will make her Cup debut driving for Rick Ware Racing.
It's good to hear that they're making their first time. And I think I was listening to Eric Eastep talk about this, and the one for Jennifer Jo Cobb may be a bit more because like she's been in the truck series since 2008.
Yeah.
Even though she has only one top 10, she hasn't been like Xfinity or Cup since. So she's like 48 if I remember that. I knew it was late 40s, but on that note though, just you gotta think I was surprised she hadn't even attempted to make a Cup or Xfinity start yet.
Well,
even though she's not doing the best.
Well,
still.
okay, Dick starts in the past,
Okay.
but she's mainly been full-time in the truck series. That's been her home for a long time. But now that she's Cup start, I'm not really expecting anything, at least for right now. Because, number one, she's with Rick Ware Racing. And sometimes when you put Rick, could happen. One, she could perform really, really well. Or number two, she could just lose the draft and be one of those back markers that just rides around and goes a lap down probably 2 or 3 times, completely getting taken out in a wreck. So I'm not going to deny that Jennifer Jo Cobb, although she drives for her own team, and that team has somewhat gotten better over the years. It's just that I feel like an experience factor will come into play on her part because let's compare. Let's compare Danica Patrick and Jennifer Jo Cobb here just for a second. Just for a second. Because there is a very, very clear difference on who has more experience when it comes to the stock car side. Danica, she came from open wheel. She transferred from open wheel over to the stock car side of things, and she had her moments. But she didn't do as well as a lot of people would have imagined, and it ultimately got her to retire. It didn't. I don't think what her performance got her to retire. I think she just had enough and she was already out the door anyway. But as far as Jennifer Jo Cobb goes, she came into NASCAR and has stayed there for the last 12, 13 years now. She hasn't gone anywhere. And I feel like just on her side, I feel like she'll be a little. As far as Cup, like they both made their Cup debuts at plate tracks. Well, Jennifer's gonna make her Cup debut at a plate track. The thing is, I feel like Jennifer's gonna have a little bit more of an experience factor that will play on her end. That will play a factor on her end than what Danica had for her back then. Just my opinion. So I think that depending on where Jennifer Jo Cobb is going to be at, I feel like she'll either do good and actually have some time to run up at the front and whatnot. No matter if she wins or loses, she's just there to ride. That's it.
And the kind of same thing goes for Byrne. I mean, like, he's in not one of the best cars. He drives for God. God it's good for start for your rookie, but just
they've made it work on super speedways. I mean, you look at DJ Kennington. Although he came from the Pinty series, he made it work. You look at Daniel Suarez. Although he got booted from Stewart-Haas Racing, there were times that he made it work. And then Ty Dillon this year, when he tried to attempt the 500, although he didn't make it, he still somewhat made it work to the race. So with Burton, I'm gonna see him making it work, because although he is driving for a smaller team, and although this is gonna be his first start, and of all places it's gonna be at Talladega next week, I really feel like that he's gonna be one of those drivers that although he probably may not win. He probably may not lose either if he's in the right spot. Either way, I see him making it work.
Sean and Taylor?
I don't think I really have much to put in with this. It's good to see both of them at least doing this one race opportunity at Talladega. I don't see anything big coming out, but at least it's going to be something cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see them two in the Cup Series. It's going to be interesting to see how they both do for sure. And it's going to be weird seeing Jennifer Jo up in the Cup car and not the Truck Series, but hopefully they can both have a good race and do well.
Well, hopefully. And it goes back to what I was saying. Just like it depends on what position that they're both in, one or the other. But let's go on to another topic that I was hoping to discuss, and this was the only other breaking story that I saw in the breaking stories text chat. Was Sonoma is joining other tracks such as Martinsville, which they already did this, and Richmond here in a little while from now, to be one of the tracks that is going to be allowing fans to come back. And this is the first road course that was not run last year that's going to be running this year, but this time fans are allowed back. So, do you guys have any sort of comments? Do you have any reactions to this sort of news at all?
Slowly making their way up. That's a good thing. We need to start getting more and more tracks to start letting fans back. But fans back.
Yeah.
All right.
I actually like that Sonoma's going to do this, and that we're going to be at Sonoma this year, unlike last year.
Yeah.
So it will be really good to see what Sonoma's going to do to at least have a limited amount of people there, and at least have a really good race weekend.
Okay. Taylor?
Well, I mean, with the tracks being able to have some fans back in the stands, I mean, it's going to be nice to see them out there in Sonoma. And just like Sean was saying, it's going to be interesting to see what the capacity is going to be with them still having to spread the fans out and everything. But most definitely, it's going to be good to have a few fans in the stands out there.
It will be. I mean, you also, like I said, I bring up Richmond because Martinsville was one of those tracks that did allow fans to come back. Richmond is going to be another one that is allowing fans to come back, and we're going to see that tomorrow and Sunday, depending on weather, and hopefully weather does not interfere and make it a third week in a row that a short track has gotten delayed because of weather. Hopefully not, but
Yeah.
well, you know, it's going to be good to see. Same thing can be said for Sonoma. I'm really happy to see that they're going back to see what the capacity is going to be for Sonoma. It's a track, so we're just going to have to wait and see what the people at Sonoma are going to say and how many fans are allowed there and what the capacity is, that is. Oh,
I got another one for you.
lay it down. Oh, dude, Taylor's dog laying it down. Oh my gosh. Sorry, go ahead. What?
We have it. Don't show it on the entry list that Sean put, but the 49 truck will be run by a two-time lead.
Yeah,
Ryan Reed will make an appearance again.
That's great. I mean, that's really good.
And yes, it is. And we haven't seen him race since Roush Fenway stopped their cars in the Xfinity Series.
Well, to correct you, we haven't seen him race since about 2 years ago at Atlanta.
True.
That he was driving for DGR at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
and one.
No, sorry. Go. I cut you off by accident. Go ahead.
I was about to say, if we want to give one more announcement, we got the announcers for the I believe Tony Stewart's. Tony Stewart and Ray Abraham's racing. I believe they revealed the people going to be announcing.
Oh wait, are you talking about SRX?
I think so.
Oh,
unless I'm thinking about a different one.
Oh, we don't cover SRX.
I meant. I said. Well, there was some people. Well, I mentioned like there was some people on there like Matt Yoakum and I saw Danica Patrick's going to be a race analyst. So that's why I brought that up.
No, that is cool though. That is really cool to see that for SRX and CBS is going to be there. So maybe some point down the road we could start up a show that is dedicated to SRX. Possibly, I don't know. I mean, that's. I don't know, but
in the near future.
Yeah, but that's why I brought it up because like that was one of the first popped in my head about it because like.
Yeah.
I think that's all the announcements I can think of right now, besides some throwbacks. But we could talk about them next. We can talk about them next week.
We could talk about the throwbacks once we get to Darlington, which honestly I still don't agree with NASCAR's decision to make the Southern 500 earlier in the year instead of Labor Day weekend.
I don't
but you
agree
know
with
what?
that either.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Preview Richmond.
Yay.
I'm honestly a little bit surprised that both of the Richmond races are day races. But
I actually did not know that.
yeah, they're both day races this year.
Hey, can I give a fun fact here?
Give a fun fact.
Go ahead.
Get down.
The last time that we had a day race at Richmond was back in 2017.
That's right.
Does anybody want to take a guess who won that race?
Logano.
I know who won that
Logano.
race, and
See-
I was about to say.
See,
There it is.
the best
There it is.
is
I was about to say. No, here's my. This is why this is my favorite Logano win because it didn't get counted with him. It didn't get counted. He didn't even make the playoffs that
I
year.
was just about to mention that. That was fun. And that will be the
That's
only
why
Logano
that-
win that Wyatt will ever like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh jeez, but let's circle back. Let's talk about let's just go ahead and preview Richmond. Seeing as how these both are day races, because we're very used to seeing Richmond as like a night racing weekend, but now both of the races are going to be held during the daytime, which still unusual. What do you guys think we're going to see?
Well, if it's like the regular Richmond races we've seen, it's like pretty action packed. I don't really know what all to say, to be honest, but just like we're going to have a lot of good racing and battling. Lap traffic is always in the way. We're going to see some of the. We may see our 8th winner this week because and I'll be surprised if we see like a driver who's already won.
Yeah. All right. Sean?
For me, it's gonna be typical Richmond racing, but since we're gonna do this in the daytime, it's not gonna be as better than when we do it at night.
Mm-hmm.
So the typical racing that we get.
Okay.
Richmond in the daytime. I mean, I think we'll see similar style of racing to what we saw at Martinsville. The typical short track aggressive racing that happens, and beating and banging and all that kind of good stuff that you see on short tracks. And who knows, maybe we'll see another WWE fight again.
You never know. You never know. Maybe this year's WrestleMania matchup, post-WrestleMania matchup could be, I don't know, part 2 of Harrison Burton and Noah Gregg. No, next. That's...
And wrong track.
Well, no. I was saying part 2. But I was thinking, oh yeah, Xfinity ain't there. Wrong series. Wrong timing. No. Anyways, I was thinking
track.
It could be like part 2 of Johnny Sarter versus Timothy Peters.
Probably.
or Johnny Sauter versus Austin Hill.
Oh.
Where Austin Hill gets his ultimate revenge.
Could happen.
Jeez. It did happen, and it might happen again. All right, so I have a little predicament as far as predictions is concerned. I did not get points updated, so as soon as the show is over, I will get points updated, and I will put them up, so that way everybody knows where they're at going into Richmond. So, there's no points recap for now, not until next week. So, let's get on down to predictions and let you guys know how we do our predictions. We give you a driver win. Pretty self-explanatory. Driver stay away from. Any driver that kind of finishes at the bottom half of the top 20 on how many cars or trucks show up. And then dark horse, any driver that shows up and finishes in the top half of the field, depending on how many trucks or cars are there. 1 point per category, and well, I really don't know where else to go with this one, but so far, White Walker has been holding on to the points lead. That's all I can really tell you there. So, without further ado, Zachary Taylor.
Alrighty. All right, let's get down to business. So, the driver I'm going to take to stay away from for the truck series, I'm going to take Brett Moffitt for my driver to stay away from.
That was fast.
He had them written. Look at predictions.
Yeah.
The dark horse.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
My dark horse. I'm going Ben Rhodes.
I didn't even see
My-
this.
Didn't see it.
No, not up until now.
I saw.
I never noticed it up until now.
Well, you're welcome.
All right.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Yo, it's a Friday. I'm out of it today, okay? Cut me some slack.
Hey, wait,
I get you. I get you.
Aren't you usually out of it on a Monday?
Well, sometimes,
Don't make it worse.
sometimes, but Fridays, man, Fridays. Anyways,
Fridays is the time to relax.
yeah.
Anyways, go ahead, Taylor.
Keep going.
Oh man, let's get back on track here before we get even more out of control. Alrighty, moving on. My driver win for truck. Well, even though it's going to be tough for these guys to beat Rowdy, I'm going to take Sheldon Creed to pull an upset in the truck race.
Yeah,
Even though Rowdy
I can see
is
it.
racing, I'm going for an upset.
yeah. I remember seeing that, and I'm just like, son of a, he is in this race.
Yeah, he is.
All right. And far as my cup picks go, my driver to stay away from, with the struggles that really all four of these cars have had, I'm going to say Cole Custer. Stuart Haas Racing has been struggling this year. Really
They
bad.
have.
Yeah,
So-
They honestly have.
they really have. I can agree with that one.
So, yeah. Dark horse pick. I'm going to take Chase Elliott for that.
That's a pretty good one.
And my winner, well, given the fact that there is a lot of good drivers at Richmond, I got to go with the boy who's been kicking butt on short tracks. I got to take TJ.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Oh wait, hang on. Did Taylor wrap up his picks?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
Sean,
You didn't hear it?
go,
Yeah.
Sean, go.
Jeez, man. Jeez. Okay, Taylor, I'm taking your method first.
Hold on, before you go, I feel sorry for Elijah right now.
It's like we're picking on him this week.
Yeah, but we'll get to you in a minute, Sean. So have fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
We'll get to you after the show.
Oh yeah, we'll get you.
Not if I head out first.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so let's start off with the driver to stay away from. Really, as I'm thinking about this, it's not gonna be easy to choose. But I think for the driver to stay away from, I'm gonna choose Haley Deegan.
I can back that. I can back that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, she did do the lower series and was a bunch of short tracks. I just don't think this is going to be the track that she could do well. Okay. Next up, is the dark horse. Really? I think this person has done really well in the past. I'm going to choose the Sheldon Creed. That's one. Sheldon Creed has done well. So I think he's not going to get the win, but he could be in that top half of the field.
Yeah.
But the driver who I think might pull up an upset and beat Kyle Busch over there, the person I think who could win, I'm going to choose Austin Hill.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
that's pretty good.
Okay. Now Wyatt knows where this.
They all set up.
Okay. Start off with the dark horse, and I'm going to choose somebody that we kind of don't usually talk about that much when it comes to this track, but he is a former winner on the track. Anybody got a guess?
I have one.
Kurt Busch.
No. I'll tell y'all. Kyle Larson.
Oh. Okay, I was thinking of Kyle, but
Okay.
that wasn't the one I was thinking. But
Yeah.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
It's actually a good dark horse.
And he has been doing really well lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had several good weeks of really good racing. So I'm thinking he might be someone that could be up at that top half in the later parts of the race. But now to the driver to stay away from. And really, this is okay. The person I think is not going to do well, the driver to stay away from, I'm going to choose Alex Bowman.
Oh.
That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. I was actually thinking about that one not that long ago.
But the guy who I think might win the race, I'm going to choose Brad Keselowski.
All right.
Keselowski is really good.
He
Good
is
there.
good. He's good at the track, and he's. I think he has a couple wins at Richmond.
He
Yeah,
does well.
2014 is one.
Yeah,
I
he
can
has.
remember.
I think he. Yeah, 2014 and then last year are the
Last
only
year in the
two
fall.
Richmond.
Last year in the fall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one. Well, yeah.
I think it might have been in the fall.
Wasn't there only one Richmond race last year? I actually don't remember.
Yeah, I believe there was only one last year.
But yeah, I'm gonna. That's who I got for the driver to win.
Alrighty.
It's not bad. Also, you owe me 362.
Wyatt,
Yeah,
you're up next.
I've been thinking about this a lot, and my dark horse, I'm actually going to agree with Taylor on this. I'm actually going to go agree with Ben Rhodes as a dark horse. He has been doing really well lately. The first couple races was the winner, and he's ran pretty good
Oh.
so far. So I'm actually going to go back him up and go Ben Rhodes.
Okay.
As for the driver to stay away from, I'm actually going to back up Sean this one because I was actually thinking about picking her. I'm going to go Haley Deegan. Sean's right about Haley Deegan not doing. It's just, Deegan hasn't been up there. Deegan has been not doing as good as I thought.
Well, you know, and I think that, yeah, that is a good thing to kind of point out, but at the same time, it is her first season, so she is learning, so it is kind of expected that she would be like this at first.
Yeah, but I'm just not all that confident on Haley Deegan still right now, so that's why she's going to stay away, Trevor. My driver to win, if it's not Busch. I am actually kind of torn. Maybe.
Oh.
I got one in mind.
Okay.
But I may think about another one. I'm not sure. You know what? I'll go for it. The only driver who's actually beaten Kyle Busch is his own teammate, John Hunter Nemechek.
Oh,
That's an interesting pick right there.
John Hunter Nemechek is the only driver so far this season. I think this is Kyle Busch's second truck start this year, if I'm correct.
He is third, I believe.
His third?
Yeah.
Did he won? He won Atlanta. That's right.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, he did.
He won Atlanta. Yeah, that's right. But the only other driver who has actually beaten Kyle Busch is his teammate.
Yeah, it's John Nemechek. Hunter Nemechek.
John Hunter Nemechek, and I don't remember when the last time they ran Richmond and who the last winner was. So
it was
could be Matt
Enfinger.
Crafton could be on that list.
Enfinger won last year.
Won? Oh yeah, they did race last. That's right.
Yeah, Sean yeeted himself out. But
Well,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna stick with my gut and go John Hunter Nemechek.
All right, I can go with that. I can get behind that.
The Cup Series. This one I've been thinking about for a while. I already got my dark horse and my stay away driver locked in. My dark horse, he has won 2 of these races in the Xfinity Series. And they were both playoff races to help him advance more, if I remember this correctly. My boy, Christopher Bell.
Your boy. Wow.
Bell's done pretty good at Richmond Xfinity Series, and we've seen how well he's been doing this year. He surprised me at Martinsville. It would not surprise me if he does pretty good here in Richmond. My driver to stay away from, I think I'm going to go ahead and give this to Chris Buescher. I don't think Buescher's the best here. I'm just self-explanatory. My driver to win, though, this one I'm not confident on because we have a bunch of good drivers on the field right now. The Hendrick guys have been doing really good. Penske's good here. Joe Gibbs, really good drivers here. You know what? I really don't know. This is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
This is legit hard. I don't know which one to pick. I may have to go with the obvious one. Go Martrex Jr. I mean, agree with Taylor and go Martrex Jr.
Yeah.
Because he's done really good at Richmond lately, and the only time he didn't win Richmond was last year, and Kozlowski won that. But I believe he got second, maybe third.
Yeah, probably somewhere in the top 5.
Yeah, somewhere in the top 5. I know that for a fact, but that's all I can think of, because that's all I got. I guess I'll lock in Truex as in the driver to win.
All right. It has come down to me, and I better not screw this time.
Screw it up. No, I'm kidding.
So my driver to win. I think I'm going to have to agree with you on this one, Wyatt. I'm saying John Hunter Nemechek is my driver to win. Why? Because he's been the only driver this year that has been able to beat out his boss at Vegas. So, at Richmond, it could be a similar scenario. And I'm going to say Nemechek is going to be the driver to win. John Hunter, that is, since he's the only Nemechek in the field. The driver to stay away from, on the other hand. Ooh. Okay, so this one is actually a little bit more difficult. Ooh. I'm going to say for my driver to stay away from... Yeah, I might have to... This is tough. Has had his
That's not a bad one.
Ankrum has had his ups and downs this year. But as far as Richmond, I don't know how he did last year. I kind of forgot, honestly. So, you know, I'm going to say him as the driver to stay away from. My dark horse, going back to last year's winner. Grant Enfinger's my dark horse. Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Cup Series, here we go. This one, I think, will be a little bit more of a stretch. Because as Wyatt said, we do have some very good competitors in here. So, I'm going to say for my driver to win... Call me crazy on this one. Well, actually, no, you don't have to do that. Because I'm going to say... This is going to be a little bit of a stretch. It might be a little bit of a long shot. It's worth a challenge, though. Christopher Bell's my driver to win.
I don't not like that. I do like that one. That was pretty good. Because Bell, like I mentioned, Bell is really good.
Yeah.
Bell is really good at Richmond, like I mentioned.
I thought you were going to say, I don't like that.
I don't know what I was trying. I don't know what I was trying to say there.
You were stumbling upon your own words. It's okay. I kind of did that a little bit earlier. But anyways, driver to stay away from.
It was probably Taylor's fault.
But anyways, driver to stay away from. I'm a little bit torn on two drivers here. Two of them.
Can I hold on? Can I make a wild guess and say, like, are they teammates?
Teammates to the same organization as the driver to win?
No, just the two you're trying to decide. Teammates.
No, actually, they're not.
Oh, damn.
It's actually somebody else. You know, there was one driver in particular who has worked his butt off to get to where he is now. But ever since the season began and throughout the last couple of weeks, he hasn't really wowed a lot of people. My driver to stay away from, I hate to do this to him, but Ross Chastain's my driver to stay away from.
That's actually not bad. Because, like, he hasn't been doing all that well. We've all had the hype for him to do good, and he is not.
He hasn't done all that great this year. But, remember, it's only early in the season. Pretty full of raw talent. So I'm definitely thinking that so far he's kind of just being quiet. He's not really getting up there battling for wins because, you know, this is his first full season in the Cup Series. First official full season in the Cup Series. So he's probably just learning right now because he's with a better team than what he was at with Premium Motorsports. So it's going to take a little bit for him to learn to Chip Ganassi. So I don't really see him winning, but at the same time, I don't really see him doing all that well. So Ross Chastain's my driver to stay away from. My dark horse.
Also, I'm hold on before you say. I'm curious to ask, who was the other one?
The other one was actually going to be Bubba Wallace.
My teammates, I was actually thinking about, like, what I believe Taylor or Sean was mentioning was the Stewart Haas group.
Well, I was thinking Chase Briscoe, though. But then again...
Haas group.
Well, I was thinking Chase Briscoe, though. But then again, I mean, Briscoe could turn things around for Richmond, but I don't know. I don't know. Briscoe's kind of up in the air, but I'll see what happens. But Dark Horse, ooh. Now this is a little bit of a challenge. This is a little bit of a stretch as well. There are a few drivers that I have in mind that I think could do good, not necessarily win, not like what happened with Josh Berry this past weekend, but actually do good. You know what? I'm going to give him a little bit of love for this one. I'm giving Matt DiBenedetto the Dark Horse role.
I was thinking about DiBenedetto. I wasn't sure whether to put him a Dark Horse or a
yeah. Or a
day.
oh. Uh-oh. Think he's
What? No, I hear y'all.
okay, good. You kept cutting in and out.
I was worried about that because I didn't hear nothing from you, and then I just heard like being like, oh crap, it might be me then.
No, but what were you trying to say?
I said I was thinking about him. Wasn't sure if he was going to be putting him a Dark Horse or a Stayway driver, but he's not a bad guess. I like that one.
Yeah. I mean, Matt DiBenedetto hasn't had the ideal season so far, but I mean, he's been pretty stable this year.
Decent. He's been decent.
Yeah, he's been stable so far. Decent as well.
Hey, does anyone make a quick change for the Truck Series to Bill Lester?
No, absolutely not.
The bad thing is I just thought of it.
Well, it's official now. The picks are, well, so far they're unofficial, but as soon as the truck race starts, they will be official. But okay,
Taylor, pick Bill Lester. He's coming back. Pick him.
he's gonna be at the track, and he'll be automatically your driver to stay away from. And guess what position he'll finish in? 0th.
Last place.
Last place. Jeez. But alrighty, so to wrap things up, any final thoughts on the Richmond weekend before we get that party underway?
This is going to be good. I can't wait to see him. Also, I still got that Bill Lester point anyways.
Because you knew that was going to be an easy one. You knew it.
Yeah, it was 50-50.
Anyways. Taylor, anything? Any final thoughts?
Well, ready for a good race at Richmond and ready for some beating and banging. And I think I'm going to change all my picks now. Just kidding.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to change your clothes on the live stream.
Yeah, he said his picks.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, that's true. Alrighty, guys. Richmond definitely should be very good. It's still kind of unusual to see them racing during the daytime. It's been the first time since 4 years since they've done this. But either way, I don't think it's going to stray away from any of the short track racing that we're about to see starting tomorrow. So it's going to be fun. Should be very exciting as well. Alrighty, guys. With that being said, that is going to wrap up episode 13 of the NASCAR Pit Stop Show. Thank you guys a lot for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead, give it a like. And if you have not considered subscribing yet, recommend you do so to keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. And that pretty much does it for us. On behalf of Zachary Taylor, Wyatt Walker, and Sean Ard, I'm Elijah Leonard signing out. And we'll see you guys on the very next one.
There you go.
WWE time in garage.